Hello, my name is Kathy Griswold, and I'm a member of Better Transit Now. With me is Libby Hunter. As background information, I'd like to say that I was a member of the Ann Arbor Public Schools Board of Education from 2001 until 2005, and I was one of the strong advocates for the $250 million bond that built Skyline High School and provided needed renovations to all of our schools. So I'm really not an anti-tax person, but I do believe that our taxes should be spent in the most effective and efficient manner. With me is Libby Hunter.
And I'm definitely not an anti-tax person either. I'm a member of Better Transit Now. We have completed a document which hopefully you'll find at various locations around town or maybe even in your doorway. At the top it says 5 reasons to vote no for the 34% transit tax increase. And that is an election being held on May 6th specifically just for this transit millage. We have 5, as I said, 5 top reasons to vote no. The first one is additional bus service hours and improved transit services have been requested of the AAATA. Instead of working hard and efficiently to deliver them, the AAATA is withholding these improvements until they receive more property tax dollars. This is unacceptable. These additional services can be delivered now without a tax increase.
How? By refocusing on core services. The Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority does not need 52 management staff for 133 bus drivers and 37 support staff. It is not necessary to spend $577,000 on community outreach or $1.1 million on lavish public relations campaigns. In today's Ann Arbor News, Thursday, April 10th, the front page article is on big payday decline. The Ann Arbor Public Schools has consistently, year after year, reduced their administrative staff. We believe that it's time for the Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority to do the same thing. Libby?
And number 3 on this our Better Transit Now document. Better Transit Now values the professionalism and courtesy of our excellent AAATA bus drivers. Our recommendation calls for no reduction in drivers or their pay or benefits.
Number 4, the proposed transit tax is unnecessary and would be a second transit property tax for Ann Arbor property owners and renters who already pay 23 local property taxes. More property taxes makes Ann Arbor less affordable for young people, families, and grandparents.
And number 5, the last number on our document, or the last point, economic comparisons to other Michigan bus systems show just how unconcerned the AAATA is when it comes to managing and spending your tax dollars reasonably. The ATA spends $115 per bus service hour, whereas the Grand Rapids bus managers spend $84 per bus service hour. With the AAATA's 200,000 annual bus service hours, it's easy to see that greater operating efficiency would generate the same or more funds than the proposed second transit tax.
Please join us in voting no on May 6th, the special election that is costing taxpayers $100,000 just to hold the election. In addition to that, the AAATA has had a very elaborate, expensive marketing campaign to, quote, educate the public about this special election to raise our transit taxes by 34%. And in closing, I'd like to say that by voting no on May 6th, you are telling the Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority to get moving and deliver the identified service improvements without bartering for another transit property tax. The bloated administrative structure that exists today is not responsive to the needs of our community and is not a sustainable organization. Thank you. Please visit bettertransitnow.org.
My name is Elaine Rumman. My topic is Theriasine, turning a tragedy into a spark of hope. On April 9, 1948, 66 years ago yesterday, the massacre of Theriasine took place in Palestine. Only 1 month before the State of Israel was proclaimed, the Theriasine massacre was not the only one, but it was the most tragic one because it was the intentional spark of fire which scared the Palestinians to flee from their homes and land. The Aragan and the Stern gangs were sanctioned by the Haganahs, the Zionist leaders. These gangs went from house to house spraying bullets and grenades into homes. It mattered little who was in the house, men, women, children. They then brought out the men and children, lined them up against a wall, and shot them. The women were put in trucks naked and paraded around Jerusalem. Some also raped. This incident caused extreme fear and panic throughout the Palestinian villages and towns, causing the people to flee. 5 minutes isn't enough time to express what constant inhumane actions were taken against the Palestinians by the Israelis for the next 66 years. After that, continuous home demolishing, uprooting trees, imposing curfews, blockade, killing, assassination, imprisonment, starvation, lack of water, electricity, medicine, and education, dropping nuclear waste on Palestinian land and shores, illegal settlement, and the wall. The list goes on and on and on. Imagine what a toll the tragedies will take on a person, especially a child. I don't blame the Israelis because they have the power of weapon, and these weapons made them slaves to the power of evil acts, unable to follow the power of conscience. I consider all children our children because they are the future of our society. What hurts me the most is the effect on a young soldier after he kills, injures another human. What will happen? Kevin Sight, author of War Stories, states in his book How War Affects Soldiers. We see innocent loss and attitude evolve about what it means to kill. I also read a quote from Joseph Montville that rings true to me. Time is not the healer, but healing is the healer. I believe the way to heal is through the power of conscience. I hope and pray that all the leaders, especially President Obama and his cabinet, listen to the power of conscience before making any decision. I know it is a very hard decision to make, especially about war, because the ego wants drama, as Eckhart Tolle, author of The New Earth, said. I am confident if the spark of conscience started with our leaders in this country, it will spread in the world. It will be the ever most rewarding act that can be done for the world. Thank you for listening, and thank you, CTN, for the opportunity.
Hello, Hello, this is a peregrine falcon, and I'm Francie Crockey, the Raptor Program Director from the Leslie Science and Nature Center. We're a nonprofit organization nestled just a few miles northeast of the heart of downtown Ann Arbor. Leslie Science and Nature Center has some upcoming events to help you enjoy warmer months of spring. They're all fantastic opportunities for you and your family to get outside and have some fun. Coming up rather quickly on Saturday, May 3rd, we're bringing back our popular event, Frog Fest, a program for all ages. This evening event from 7 to 9 p.m. features a guided hike into Black Pond Woods looking for some of Michigan's vocal amphibians. We'll feed some of our resident frogs, play games, and enjoy learning more about the diverse population of frogs living in southeastern Michigan. The very next day, on Sunday, May 4th, we have an amazing opportunity for photography and bird enthusiasts alike. This program is led by a professional photographer, myself, and the peregrine falcon, allowing you to practice taking photos of flying hawks, eagles, and falcons. In addition to guidance on taking photos of birds in flight, you'll also get the opportunity to take an up-close look of birds of prey, along with our peregrine falcon, our red-tailed hawk, some owls, and a turkey vulture. Join us as we take action shots of these majestic creatures. This program takes place from 8 to 10 a.m., and we encourage you to pre-register on our website, www.lesliesnc.org. May is a busy month with our monthly Nature Tales program for young children ages 1 to 5 on May 10th, a Mother's Day wildflower hike on May 11th, and our monthly free fireside fun program on May 25th. We wrap up this fun-filled month with our annual signature event, Mayfly. Mayfly is one of our favorite events of the entire year. An evening for adults, it's an opportunity to celebrate and support Leslie's mission of being a place where nature-based and science-based education is fun and memorable, and often even life-changing. At Mayfly, we have very delicious food, a silent auction, live music, and tasty drinks. You can bid on a weekend at the Lakefront Cabin, Michigan football tickets, or some sweet deals at some local favorite businesses. Tickets are $100, and all proceeds go to sustain the bright future of Leslie. Each year, we showcase some of the amazing birds we have at Leslie, and this time is no different. As part of the evening's program, I will be helping this bird fly, as well as our juvenile bald eagle. We welcome you to join us this year as we create a magical evening you'll remember from years to come. If you have never been to Leslie Science and Nature Center, we're located at 1831 Traver Road in Ann Arbor, or even if you haven't been lately, I invite you to come by and explore our grounds, trails, and our outdoor raptor enclosures. We're open every day of the year from sunrise to sunset, and admission is completely free of charge. Currently, on site, we have 18 non-releasable birds of prey, everything from bald eagles, peregrine falcons, to eastern screech owls. These wild birds have all been injured and can't survive on their own, and the Critter House is home to a wide variety of educational animals, from turtles to snakes and insects. The Critter House is open to the public for free every Sunday from noon to 3. Of course, any day of the week, we invite you to explore the grounds, trails, birds, and gardens. You're always welcome here, and I encourage you to go online to read about all of our upcoming programs for children, scouts, schools, family, and adults alike at www.lesliesnc.org, or call us to find out more at 734-997-1553. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you on the grounds of Leslie Science and Nature Center.
I feel awful. I am so full. I should not have eaten all that greasy fried chicken.
I know, me too. I'm so sleepy and lethargic. I don't want to move. That bacon double cheeseburger is sitting like a brick in my stomach.
I wish we knew of a better way of eating that was healthier.
Yeah, me too. Plus, I feel kind of bad about eating animals.
I know. I've heard of something called a vegan diet, or I don't know what it is, though. Have you ever heard of it?
No, Let me see if I can find something on it.
All right.
Siri, what is a vegan?
Nothing.
Nothing really. I can't find anything.
We need help. Hey, look, it's Carl the Carrot and
Hi
Juno,
there.
the St. Bernard
Hi,
superhero. They
Juno.
must be here to help us.
Wow, he brought us some stuff. Let's see what's in his bag.
A plant-based whole food diet.
No animal products,
Whole grains, beans, and lentils.
fruits, nuts, and seeds,
Vegetables.
herbs and spices.
What else do we have?
Huh.
Wait, no meat?
That's right, no meat or animal-derived products at all, including things like cheese, yogurt, milk, butter, a vegan diet.
What about protein? Where will I get that if I don't eat meat?
Protein deficiency is a myth in this country. If anything, we obtain too much protein. And furthermore, the protein we obtain from meat and dairy filled with toxins due to the horrific conditions in factory farms. All types of whole plant-based foods contain more than enough protein for optimal health.
What about calcium?
You can obtain your calcium from dark leafy green vegetables, beans, almonds, fortified orange juice, and plant-based milks.
This sounds really limiting. What do vegans eat?
A vegan diet includes a wide variety of whole foods consisting of grains, fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, and seeds. Eating vegan opens up a whole new plethora of eating options. In addition, there are now substitutes for almost any meat and dairy product.
But I love to eat out. Can I eat a vegan diet at a restaurant?
Of course you can. Many restaurants have vegan options. If not, most chefs will go out of their way to prepare a vegan dish. In some cases, you'll have to avoid the standard American diet, but I mean, you just make individual food choices.
Really sounds like something I'd like to do.
Me too. Where can we learn more?
There are a ton of resources online, but one way is to check out the Ann Arbor Veg Week, which is a week-long celebration of meat-free living from April 21st through the 27th. We'll have a kickoff party at the lunchroom in Carytown with the Ann Arbor icon, the Violin Monster, serenading us through the evening. Later that week, we'll be showing a documentary film called The Ghosts in Our Machine at the downtown Ann Arbor District Library. Then come and learn about training on a vegan diet from a vegan personal trainer from A2 Fitness Professionals. And don't forget to plan and attend a talk by VegMichigan President Paul Krause, who will speak at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor about a whole new food philosophy for health. And at last, we're hosting a special guest speaker at Nicola's Books, Dr. Cadwell Esselstyn, who will talk about preventing, stopping, and reversing heart disease by eating a whole foods, plant-based diet. Please check out the Ann Arbor Veg Week website for more information. We hope to see you both there.
We'll be there. Thanks,
Carl
Carl.
and Juno.
You've saved us.
Hello, everyone. I'm Susan King,
And I'm George Lambertese.
and we're the co-directors of the Interfaith Roundtable of Washtenaw County. And we're here today to invite you to come celebrate with us our 20 years of operation here in the Ann Arbor area. We're having a celebration on Sunday, May the 18th at the Chinmaya Mission, where we'll be featuring an incredible vegetarian Indian meal. There'll be some local music. We'll hope that we're going to have a pretty entertaining program, information about who we are, our history, why we've been around, and what we do. So-
Interfaith Roundtable. That's an interesting phrase.
Exactly.
You think people know what that is?
Well, let's tell them.
Interfaith. Interfaith Roundtable of Washtenaw County. We are an interfaith, religious, spiritual conglomerate organization where we are an alliance of faith communities. And just about everybody in town is involved. We have the broad spectrum of faith traditions. The world religions are represented. And we do a whole gamut of programs. Maybe the program part would even flesh it out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so. Because what our mission is basically is to create a culture of understanding and inclusion in our town. And we do this by bringing people together and doing programs that allow people to engage, to interact, and sort of dialogue across their tradition and what gives them meanings. So Well, here's a couple of examples of some of the programs that we offer.
Well, one of the very, very interesting ones is Faces of Faith, with an F, Faces of Faith. That's like a library program where you go to a room and there are 100 people and there are 20 people who are books. And just like in a library, you take a book off the shelf, but instead of reading that book, that person tells their spiritual story. Very interesting.
Yeah, you get a chance to ask questions and engage. Another program that we do is called Places of Faith. And that's like a mini course where people sign up and they get reading materials. They have an opportunity to go and visit other congregations and faith places of worship, get a tour, understand why they build the way they do, what their symbols are, ask questions, and sit down and talk with people who are in the community and hear why they're members of that faith tradition.
A third very interesting one is roundtable dinners. We get 6, 8, or 10 people to come to a home, basically a potluck evening, and spend some time talking about meaningful, significant questions that come from their faith backgrounds.
Yeah. Every year we hold an Interfaith Thanksgiving celebration on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, where there's prayer, there's song, there's engagement and meditation from across the faith traditions, talking about what thanks and generosity means to them in their faith.
That one's a good one. And then we have some other programs. If you go to our website, that contact information will be shown at the end of this piece. Feel free to look at the other things that we do as well. But let's come back to the primary thing that we're really talking about today, and that is this wonderful celebration.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you will see on the screen some information about this event, where it's being held, and you can go to our website and buy tickets. Ticket prices will start at $35. And as we said earlier, there will be good food. Bob Scon, a local musician, will be playing. There will be some Hindu children dancers. We're going to put some religious leaders on the spot and let you ask them questions. And just kind of share with you who we are and what we do, and invite you to celebrate with us. So mark your calendars and come check us out. Check out our contact information, and we're always available to answer questions. And we'd love to see you there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ruth Zweifler. I've been working with the Student Advocacy Center since 1975, and this is Twyla McKinney, who came on as an intern, right?
Yes.
And then is now on our board. And we're here to tell you a little bit about what Student Advocacy Center of Michigan does, and then about our very exciting event on April 25th, when we'll be telling tales out of school. So, Twyla, why don't you begin with the Check and Connect program? And maybe before you do that, all of our work is intended to help those children who are most fragilely in school stay in school and feel secure, and work towards assuring that all children have really the very best public education.
And one of the programs that we offer is our Check and Connect program. And students who suffer in the classroom and they need that additional support system, we have a program where it's with educators, as well as just someone who's there to assist them, help them navigate through school. If that's, just giving them a ride one day, or if it's sitting down and helping them with their homework, we're there to motivate them, help them feel like as though they can do anything within the classroom. So that's pretty much Check and Connect in a nutshell.
These are thumbnail sketches. We've done a lot of work at the policy level around alternatives to suspension. Again, looking for ways to give voice to children who sometimes are either not heard or misunderstood, and to be sure that they feel that they really belong in school, not out of school. And what we'll be doing on April 25th with a lot of very special storytellers is to tell some of the stories of the kids who have been coming through our programs. Again, we don't work outside of the school system. We're there to support the schools and to be sure that all of their kids are there and thriving.
Correct.
So,
yeah, and also feel free to look us up on Facebook. We're the Student Advocacy Center of Michigan, and that will give you additional details about the services that we offer, as well as a link to our website to where you can learn more about the programs that are available to your students, because each student should have a voice. They deserve to have a voice in the classroom.
do you want to talk about Youth Voices?
Oh yes, also too. With Youth Voices is something that we are newly developing within our organization, just received a grant for. And we're partnering with Detroit, Michigan, who will be helping us to create basically a group of kids who will be coming together to just talk about the voice that they should have in the classroom, and to give other kids in the classroom a voice, so that way they feel they take part in their education.
The program on the 25th is modeled somewhat on the Moth radio program, where different amateurs come forward. In this case, the students who have actually had experiences that have changed the way they feel about school and how they succeed. Some of them are being told by people who are going to represent them. And the host of the program is going to be Satori Shakur, who's had lots and lots of experience with various other storytelling venues and presentations. Last year was our first annual. This is our second annual, and we're really excited. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
And you can also find information about the Telling Tales event on our Facebook page, and it will give you a direct link in order to learn more about our Telling Tales event out of school.
Most children today have never seen a TV antenna, and they don't necessarily know how cable TV gets to their home. But when they come to CTN, we teach them. We even show them how their parents used to watch television the old-fashioned way. And then they make TV.
Hi, welcome to PAC 419, also known as PAC Camp-A-Lot.
My name is Will Endres, and I like scouting because we do a lot of camping.
Call us to inquire about a free CTN tour for your students. 734-794-6150. CTN, teaching television to the next generation.